The tapes were recorded using 8mm film and VHS, and were incriminating as they were disturbing, documenting each and every one of the murders, as well as footage of himself, at times nude, peeling off the scalps and faces of his victims, and eating their body parts.
What?
The whole time, that food that he was giving away was—
Oh my god, 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 ew. Oh my god, 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 oh my fucking gosh, oh my god, 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 oh my god. Yo, this nigga is, this nigga is sick.
I love you, Jay. Not a lot of folks had actually seen
Now
the
this video though was somewhat like this video though. Alright. I mean, if you find some good shit, send it. I ain't gonna lie, you still got access to the thing. You can still drop
the content because it is horribly graphic.
Many of the details are too gruesome to describe.
This is a horror film playing out in real life.
One day in June of 2018, a 34-year-old woman named Kim Devins was on the phone with a private investigator. She was trying to locate her 16-year-old daughter, who went missing from her home in Utica, New York. Although she didn't leave much behind, Kim already had an idea as to where she might be. You see, this wasn't the first time that her daughter Bianca had gone missing. Bianca had struggled with mental disorders, like social anxiety and borderline personality disorder, which made it difficult for her to make friends in person. And so she had found it much easier to just make friends through online spaces, like Instagram, Discord, and 4chan. A year before, in 2017, she had met a love interest on 4chan's cams and meetups board, and without any warning, she would run away from home to go see him. Kim would try her best to give her the help she needed so she would stop doing this, but nothing really seemed to work. In fact, this time she had cut off her ankle monitor. Not long before this, she'd been placed under house arrest. And so when Bianca was eventually found, Kim decided that the best course of action from here would be to send her to a therapeutic boarding school for about 4 to 5 months.
Yeah. You need something. Cut the ankle monitor off.
When Bianca returned home in February of 2019, she was doing much better. She had just turned 17, and she had many plans for her future. Now, she still used social media, as she posted to a close-knit Instagram following, consisting of mostly friends or people that she knew in person. But there were still some who actually would stumble across her page and reach out to her seeking a friendship. Which is exactly how Brandon entered the picture. In the spring of 2019, Bianca would receive a message on Instagram from a 21-year-old man named Brandon Clark. Brandon lived in Cicero, which was 50 minutes away from Utica where Bianca lived. They had a few things in common, got along decently well, and became good friends. In almost no time at all, he had completely implemented himself into her life, and even attended her graduation party. To her friends and family, Brandon was just your average nerdy guy, who was a little bit weird at times, but that was it. Eventually though, Brandon would make it clear to Bianca that he was interested in more than just a friendship. He wanted her to become his girlfriend. But she would just tell him that she wanted to stay friends, and that she wasn't looking for a relationship, especially because she was going into college in the fall, and she just wanted to focus on her studies. Brandon would have a hard time coming to terms with this at first.
I mean,
he had this sense of entitlement because he felt like he had spent a lot of time and money on her, and so he felt like he just couldn't let this go. He referred to himself as her boyfriend, and continuously fed into this delusion. even though it was fairly obvious that she just
a whole bunch
wasn't
of other
interested.
niggas trying at her.
But after some time, for whatever reason, Brandon stopped making a big deal out of it and just seemed to accept that this was going to be the way things are. So much so that he even offered to drive her to a concert where she was planning to meet another guy that she'd been texting. Brandon reassured her that he was fine with it because after all, they were just friends.
See? You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, bro? See? I told you.
On the evening of July 13th, 2019, Bianca and Brandon, joined by this guy that she'd been texting named Alex, were hanging out in a small venue where the concert was being held called Trans Pecos, which was 4 hours away in Queens, New York. As the night progressed, Bianca was having a wonderful time. She and Alex were getting to know each other, they were holding hands, and eventually she would go in for a kiss.
2K did that to you.
Although Brandon didn't say anything, Bianca would notice a change in Brandon's behavior after the kiss. He was visibly enraged, and she could easily tell that he was not
2K
happy.
did it to me?
But he didn't say a word and just kept to himself for the rest of the night.
Listen here, buddy. Me and 2K are born in like 45
As the
different
concert is
generations.
finally wrapping up, and
No,
everyone
no.
else is on their way home. Bianca's exhausted after the long night out, and gets comfortable in the back seat of Brandon's Ford Explorer. Brandon enters in the directions into his phone, and he begins the 4-hour drive back home.
Damn, bro. Imagine a girl you like, and you gotta take the nigga that she likes and her to the concert, and then you gotta drive her back home as her friend. I'd be sick as hell.
During the ride, Bianca pulls out her phone and starts texting one of her Discord friends about how much she had a good time and how she was getting to know Alex. But in the back of her head, she's thinking about how Brandon is obviously upset with her, and she would briefly bring it up in the conversation. However, she would just poke fun at the situation and kind of laugh it off, since she knows they had already gone over this and it's likely nothing to worry about. And so now, feeling really tired, she shuts off her phone and goes to sleep. And so now, feeling really tired, she shuts off her phone and since she knows they had already gone over this and it's likely nothing to worry about. And so now, feeling really...
Can they zoom in a little on this shit?
Because they had already gone over this and it's likely nothing to worry.
It's gone. Why you being greedy? Hey man, never be too greedy. I need some honey, low key. Oh, that's some ranch. But he smells so nice. LOL. Sniff. I told him to go to tidy up. Is he still super awkward? Ha ha ha. No, he's perfect. I'm in love. Is he still being shy or talkative? Shy right now, but he smiled. Smoked. Ha 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 ha. We held hands, my friend. My friend is so mad. Haha. He'll kiss your ass. He saw us kiss. Yeah, kiss. Oh, she meant to say he saw us kiss. What? Bro, I'd be so sick, bro. How could she just text my friend is mad he saw us kissing, you still letting the nigga drive you back home? Ride with the other nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be sick as hell, bro. Nigga. I drive you to the concert for you to meet with another nigga. You kiss the nigga. You hold the nigga hand in front of me. That I fuck with you. And I'm fucking with you, but you don't want to fuck with me. And you go off fucking with another nigga. You kissing on him. While I'm driving you around. You burning my motherfucking gas. And you sitting in my backseat, falling asleep and shit. To my tunes. Yeah.
Worry about. And so now, feeling really tired, she shuts off her
I already
phone
know something about to happen. I just wonder how this shit gonna
and
go.
goes to sleep. At around 7 a.m. the following morning on July 14th, 2019, Bianca's family would receive a knock at the door.
Oh shit.
It was the police.
Oh shit, GG's.
They walk inside and
He threw her
ask
off the
Kim
bridge
if
on
she
the
can get a
highway.
hold of her daughter.
He threw her off
She
the
tries
bridge.
giving her a call, but she doesn't pick up, and it goes straight to voicemail. Police explained they had been sent to do a welfare check because they had received numerous phone calls from people who had all seen something extremely concerning online that appeared to show Bianca, and they feared that she might be in danger. But most notably, they had also received a phone call from Brandon. He made some incredibly disturbing claims that, if true, would confirm other callers' concerns. As they're trying to make sense of what's going on, Bianca's sister Olivia lets out a blood-curdling scream from the kitchen. She had been texted an image, and it looked like something straight out of a horror movie. They weren't sure if the image was real, but if it was, then it would mean that Brandon was telling the truth. When Bianca fell asleep, Brandon took a picture of the New York Thruway and posted it to his Instagram story. He captioned it, "Here Comes Hell, It's Redemption," which is a lyric from the band Hollywood Undead.
For real? I used to listen to Hollywood Undead. For real? No shit. Bro, I had a mask like them, bro. I created one. They used to wear masks and shit. Oh no. Oh shit. This why I don't hear none of their music no more? This why I haven't heard about their music in like 10 years, bro? Don't tell me this.
Captioned it, "Here Comes Hell, It's Redemption," which is a lyric from the band Hollywood Undead. He also posted a quote from the movie Fight Club and changed his bio to include his birthday and the days.
This nigga wearing the Hollywood Undead man. I have that same one. Oh my
Also
god.
posted a quote from the movie Fight Club and changed
Nah, this is bad. This is bad looks. I had that same, bro. You see this blue mask he wearing? I have the exact same one. I promise to God. Bro, this is bad looks. I ain't gonna lie. This is bad looks, bro. I have that same mask. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it's not me. No, it's not me, nigga. No, it's not fucking me. My name's not Brandon. You think my name would be Brandon and I just go by Leek on screen? Bro, it's not me, bro. I'm not even a good nigga at, like, hiding shit like that. That shit would've came out.
his bio to include his birthday.
And I wouldn't do nothing like that. I wouldn't have it in me to do something like that. I don't know what he did yet, but still. Chat, y'all follow, but I ain't gonna lie. Mistake she made right here, she got comfortable. Yes, they were talking for a long ass time. Yeah, I know that. Disturbing lost media, Quan. I know they were talking for a long ass time and shit, but you gotta think where this nigga's head's at right now. Shorty, you literally told the nigga, you going off to college. You not trying to fuck with niggas right now. You don't think it's a good idea that y'all should date. Just to later on down the line fuck with another nigga and have the nigga that wanted to fuck with you, but you dubbed the nigga, take you to a concert and take you back and you falling asleep in the back of his car? I don't know. That was her first mistake, falling asleep. I'm never falling asleep in niggas' cars, bro. Unless I know you for like 25 plus years, I'm never falling asleep in your car, bro.
When Brandon was about 10 minutes away from Bianca's home, he took a detour and pulled in to a secluded dead-end road. He parked close to the end, shut off the engine, and exited the vehicle.
Oh no. Leek really think he got battle IQ?
Leek really think he got battle IQ.
Bro, nigga, it should be common knowledge at this point, bruh, You feel me? Like, Quan TV, if you messing with a girl, right? And you gotta put it in this perspective. You messing with a girl, and no, she messing with you more than you messing with her. And you about to go off to college. You about to say, oh, I really don't feel like getting into a relationship. As you go to college, you find another girl that you trying to fuck with. Okay, boom. You take the girl to the concert, but you got no transportation to get to that concert. Uber shut down that day. You got no vehicle. She has no vehicle. Your only hope was that other girl. So you call that girl up because you thought y'all was still cool and friends, right? But she really wanted to fuck with you. She takes you to the concert. She sees you hugging and kissing up on that girl, grabbing her by her waist, hugging her from behind like this, all types of shit. And she has to drive you back home alone. And you telling me you falling asleep in that car? Knowing it's a 4-hour drive? Come on, bro. You could wake up anywhere, just like this.
He walked to the back seat where Bianca was sleeping and woke her up and immediately started confronting her about the kiss that she had with Alex.
I saw you kiss him, right?
Nigga said, what's the worst that can happen? Hey, just make sure you're not fucking with no crazy ass bro, man. Don't fuck with no killer kung fu wolf bitch that's willing to blow you and herself up.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
sorry.
fuck with no girl that was off the boondocks.
I'm
that
sorry,
one episode,
it's not
man.
good enough.
Bianca
Oh,
reminds him again that they are just friends and have had this discussion several times before. But she apologizes to him for the kiss, and she pretty much just asks, "Are you ready to take me home now?" Brandon is still refusing to budge, and she's getting annoyed. She just wants to go home.
See. One thing about it, bro. I don't know if the nigga was crazy before this, but if the nigga's willingly to stop in the middle of the forest knowing a damn bear could pop out at any given moment and goddamn eat this nigga toes, I'm telling you for a damn fact, he gotta be crazy. I ain't gonna lie, he gotta be crazy. To park his car in the middle of the woods. If I'm waking up in the middle of the damn woods, nigga, you think I'm gonna sit here and be like, I told you we already friends, take me home now. No, nigga. You gotta figure out a way to console this nigga until the damn police show up. Cause you know this nigga's on some crazy shit.
And so she tells him, "You know what? If you won't take me home, I'll just walk home." Suddenly, Brandon reveals a knife and begins stabbing her across the neck multiple times. And he watches as the life of Bianca Devins fades before his eyes.
You gotta watch out, bro.
So now Brandon is standing there drenched in blood, and instead of thinking, what have I just done, Brandon decides that now is a good time to start taking photos. And so he pulls out his phone and he starts taking photos of her dead body. One of these photos he took of her body, he would send in a Discord server where she frequently talked to her friends, and captioned it saying, "Sorry fuckers, you're gonna have to find somebody else to orbit."
That's so crazy though, bro.
He then called 911 and told them what he did, his location, and what he was going to do next.
911, what is the emergency?
So basically his plan was to take her out and himself out in GTA. That's basically his plan. Because if he did all of that and called 911 on himself, that was basically his plan.
Miss Brandon.
You gotta be careful for people like that, bro. You gotta be careful for people like that.
Yeah, murder. The victim is Bianca Michelle Devins. I'm going to myself.
It's just stay on the line with me, okay?
No, I'm not going to stay in line with you. I'm going to be dead on the ground.
After hanging up with the dispatcher, he dragged Bianca's body out of his vehicle, concealed it under a tarp, and took pictures of the tarp and himself.
What the fuck?
All while he did this, he shared these photos to Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And almost right away, these photos began to rapidly spread around the internet, unlike anything ever seen before. In little time, these photos had already made their way
Light was still outside?
to her family.
Well, the whole time, nah. It said 3:35 when they arrived. It probably, I don't know if maybe the sun came up. You think the sun came up? Now shots.
That photo that had everybody so concerned was the photo of Bianca's dead body.
That's so sick, bro. That's so sick.
While all of this was going on, Brandon had created a small fire to burn his laptop and hard drive, spray painted the phrase, "May you never forget me," on the road, and then programmed a Bluetooth speaker to play the song Test Drive by Joji on loop, which is a song about a one-sided relationship. And then he waited for the police to arrive.
See?
Once the police did arrive, he started walking away from the police and tried using the knife.
RP her and shit like that. RP her, but you kind of gotta think, bro. She is like, she low-key is like RP, but she was kind of a scumbag, bro. For one, and for two, she kind of played this situation out stupid as hell. That's for two. She played it out dumb, literally dumb, bro. If a nigga is consulting you and be like, "Oh, you're gonna kiss another nigga right in front of me," this, that, and the third, in the woods. If you wake up in the woods, my nigga, bro. Nigga, you're gonna think he's on some regular. Oh, okay. I'll take you home. Nigga, no. Nigga, this ain't no damn Thriller, my nigga. Even Michael Jackson turned into a werewolf. Something odd is gonna go out in them damn woods. Someone takes you to the woods that late at night. What the hell was she supposed to do, Lee? Listen. If it was me on TV, we know you would have tried to uphold. But what if he grabbed that motherfucker and still got around it? And then he'd be like, "So now you're trying to kill me, huh?" And he gets crazier. The nigga gets crazier now. But me, you gotta play this smart. He John Wick. You gotta play this smart, bro. Listen. This is what you gotta do. Bro, you gotta console to the nigga. Apologize to the nigga. You gotta apologize to the nigga. You gotta hit an emergency call, but make sure your phone is on silent. When your phone is silent, you gotta make sure you emergency call 911. As soon as he wakes you up, listen, and as soon as he somehow turns his way around, you be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean none of this, that, and the third." As soon as he finds some type of way to look the other way, hopefully he does, you gotta call 911. Call 911. Now, I don't know how you're gonna talk to him without him hearing you, and he'll be like, "You're calling the cops on me? Is that where we're taking this?" I don't know how you're gonna possibly do it, but you gotta figure out some possible way for them to get to your location.
On his own throat. But he stopped because it was too painful and took one last photo of himself for a Snapchat story.
Yeah, track the phone. There we go.
Before being taken away in critical condition. Brandon's injuries were severe, but paramedics arrived and were able to save him. And once he recovered in the hospital, he was promptly arrested for Bianca's murder. Brandon pleaded not guilty. He claimed that he blacked out and didn't even know what he did. But there was plenty of evidence that said just the opposite.
Not guilty, nigga? Nigga, he self-snitched. How the fuck is he not
Investigators
guilty?
learned that Brandon was meticulous in his planning, as he kept a detailed checklist on his phone that contained what he was going to post on his Instagram story, what he was going to change his bio to, and the final song that he would play at the crime scene.
Joji, bro.
And then they looked at his computer, which revealed that he'd been searching things like how to find the carotid artery. And one of these searches was just how to kill someone. These findings were certainly incriminating, but were nothing compared to one crucial piece of evidence.
What?
In the early hours of that July morning in 2019, before Brandon left his vehicle to argue with Bianca and ultimately close the book on her life, he had affixed his cell phone to the vent of the dashboard, and he pressed record. He recorded the argument, the murder, and kept the camera rolling. as she took her last breaths.
Nigga, that's crazy, bro.
This video had only been seen by law enforcement, and Brandon did not want it being shown in court. Once he learned that it would, he changed his plea to guilty in February of 2020, so there wouldn't be a trial altogether.
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Brandon Clark, the man who pleaded guilty to murdering 17-year-old Bianca Devins, tells the court he made the plea today because he didn't want the Devins family to see evidence come out during trial.
I thought about the lives I've torn apart with my actions.
But Assistant District Attorney Sarah DeMellier thinks otherwise.
He videotaped the homicide.
If that doesn't give y'all a full-on, in-depth reason about, nigga, why you should never crash out over a significant other or like someone that you fuck with or someone that you like, and just because they don't like you, this is why you should never be willing and ready to lose it all over, you know, some shit like that, bro. That's a prime example, my nigga. It's a prime example. It's never worth it, bro. It's never worth it, bro. You can't force somebody else to not like, to like you, bro. Just because you like them more than they like you, you can't force them to like you, bro. It's simple as that.
I think it is my opinion that he absolutely does not want anybody to see what he inflicted on Bianca on the date of the homicide. He does not want anyone to see that video.
Steal your damn shoes after gym class, motherfucker.
On March 16th, 2021, Brandon was given his sentence.
It will be the sentence of this court as to the defendant's conviction for murder in the second degree. He will be sentenced to an indeterminate sentence of imprisonment and shall have a minimum term of 25 years and a maximum term of life in prison.
Hundreds of people gathered for a vigil tonight to remember 17-year-old Bianca Devins. They lit candles, listened to music,
That nigga
and
needs
launched
Arkham damn
luminaries
asylum.
in her memory.
Beyond the walls of Brandon's prison cell, his actions would only continue to torment Bianca's family and her friends. Not only were they grieving over her death, but at every corner they turned, they were haunted by the photo of her dead body.
That's so sick, bro.
They were sent the photo in DMs,
That's sick.
tagged in posts of the photo, and
spreading
even
that
airdropped
bitch?
the photo on one occasion.
In the grocery store?
And
at that
so
point,
when
you
they
gotta
got
buy 18
news that the
guns.
video footage of the murder had been sent to media outlets, they
gonna lie.
took legal action. They filed a lawsuit.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. At that point, yeah, they gotta file a lawsuit, but they need 18 more guns, bro. If you start getting airdropped that video in the grocery store, you know somebody's following you. You know somebody is following you around, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Lawsuit against the district attorney's office for sharing the video, and reached an agreement to dispose of the external hard drive that contained it. But with that being said, the fate of the video still remains unclear, as there could be other copies of it stored away somewhere.
Bro.
But one thing we can say for certain
My
is
signal
that
wasn't
even
on the
if
sky,
the
bro.
video does still
It was
exist,
too fast. It happened way too
rest
fast,
assured it will never see the light of day.
RP, bro. RP,
While the
bro.
video of Bianca's last moments
so
is
sick,
lost, the photo of her dead body is not,
That's
as
sick.
it still gets shared around to this day.
That's
The family
sick,
has
bro.
since tried working with lawmakers to pass Bianca's law, which makes it illegal in the state of New York to post graphic contents online with malicious intent. However, it has so far been largely
Man, shut
ineffective.
drink that damn oolong tea already, motherfucker. I know you was coughing right in that sentence.
Despite the passage of time, Bianca's mother Kim still needs to be very careful when checking her inbox. because she might just end up seeing
I
that
ain't gonna lie,
photo
bro. If I was her, bro,
of her daughters.
she literally got to delete the gram, bro. Or at least turn off inbox, bro. Turn off new messages. Can you do that or some shit? Or it's like if you don't follow them back, you can't send messages.
Here it is. Here is the good prepared for your use.
He is accused of murdering at least 19 women, whom he then dismembered and buried in his home. In the part of the ceiling, he made like a little platform where he put the camera and recorded himself.
Mystery meat. Yeah, mystery meat. So now we know the glossary. You said killing 19 women, though? Am I tripping?
Accused of murdering at least 19 women.
And he recorded himself.
In 2021, 34-year-old Reina Gonzalez, a mother of 2 daughters, lived with her
90?
husband, Bruno Portillo, a police officer. The two lived a fairly simple life in Antizapan, Mexico. Reina operated a small phone repair business and seemed proud of her job. Many people would come down and visit her shop. But one person would always visit her shop more frequently than the rest. A 72-year-old man named Andres Mendoza. Andres was a longtime butcher.
And he got
who
9.
would often come down to her shop and provide free meals to her.
65%
A
of
kind
his life.
gesture that he seemed to do, seemingly out of the kindness of his heart, not expecting to gain anything in return, and even going as far as to provide food and a kind gesture that he seemed to do, seemingly out of the kindness of his heart, meals to her. Andres was a longtime butcher who would often come down to her shop and provide free meals to her.
A butcher providing free meals. Coming down to his shop and providing free meals. Okay, I mean, you really can't think too much of it, for real, for real. That's just a nigga gesture when a nigga like you, for real. That's just a nigga gesture.
Kind gesture that he seemed to do,
like,
seemingly out of the kindness of his heart, not expecting to gain anything in return, and even going as far as to provide food and clothes.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Not expecting to gain anything in return, yeah. Huh. Now, I'm not saying niggas are evil niggas, but yeah. That's like finding a goddamn golden scar in 2018, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. That's genuinely finding a golden scar in 2018. Niggas providing free meals for ladies and not expecting nothing in return. Funny Mike Live, I'm out.
For other people in the
Okay,
area as well.
nigga, the fuck? Go ahead,
To
bust
the
that bitch
community,
then, Barney.
his reputation was anything but negative.
Nigga be at the TV screen
He was
dancing and
seen
shit.
as nothing more than
Shout out Funny Mike,
inconspicuous,
though.
at times drunk, old
He got
man
his little
who
prom
intended
coming up
no
and shit. I
harm
know mad
and was
niggas that's
well
going there
acquainted
because
with
I
those
see
who knew
him
him.
damn near like 8 Twitch streamers titles
But
today.
all of that would change on May 14th, 2021. It was like any other day for Reina, as she went with Andres to pick up supplies for her phone repair business. Something that Bruno thought nothing of, seeing as they were great friends with Andres and trusted him like many others did. A trust that would be permanently broken.
Damn butcher, bro.
Later that night, Bruno returned home to find only his 2 daughters, but no sign of Reina. Knowing who Reina was, this was unusual, as by now she would be home. Yet, she wasn't.
You asked your mom
As
if
more
you can
time-
go where? And you better not say what I think you about to say. I knew it. Barney. Now, how can I tell you this? Alright? Pretend my hand is on your shoulder. Like this for par's sake. Alright? Alright? Pretend, you know what I'm saying? Pretend my hand is on your shoulder, right? How can I tell you? You would have shown up to that streamer prom, right? And How do I tell you you would have went up to those 4 big black bald bodyguards talking about Calvin with that big ass extra large suit on, looking like Sigma. Talking about name's Calvin. They looking through the papers. No, I don't think you wanted to list, my man. You sure? I'm right there. Hey, Mike! You know who this is? Man, hell no, man. Hell no, I don't know who the hell that is. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. How do I tell you, bro? They would have kept you outside the club, bro. Out of love, though. Out of love, though, but they would have probably kept you outside the club, bro. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Is it because you haven't popped the stream? Yes.
Time passed.
Maybe you
Bruno
popped the stream.
Increasingly
You probably would have got it.
and started to drive to Andres' house, hoping that he might know.
You only want to be a take two smooth ass nigga with bad dick, bro. That's all you just want to be in your life. A take two smooth nigga that runs a burner account.
Andres claimed that she never showed up to his house that morning, and that he had no
They
clue
probably
where
not
she
gonna.
was.
I don't know if they gonna let you in, bro.
So far, it just seemed like Andres was hiding something. But suspicions would especially rise when he refused to let Bruno inside his house, as he did so for no apparent reason. Bruno sensed that something was wrong, but wasn't sure exactly what it was. All he knew was that Andres was not telling the truth. And so Bruno checked nearby security camera footage, which showed Reina entering Andres' house, but not leaving, confirming that Andres wasn't being honest about where Reina had actually been. Bruno returned back to Andres' house, but this time with more police officers, and entered the home after a brief struggle.
You're a fucked up individual.
The moment that he entered the house, a horrible smell became immediately apparent. He followed the scent to a basement area, where the strength of it progressively worsened. And as he continued to explore the dirty and cluttered house, he began to recognize the smell
I gotta put my pit bull on
as decomposing flesh. At one point, Bruno calls Reina's cell phone, and sure enough, he can hear the ringtone.
Put the pit bull on you,
But the sound wasn't coming from the same floor that he was standing on, but rather from underneath the floor. This led him to discover a trapdoor. As he opened it, he noticed a ladder leading down into the unknown, the smell now becoming unbearable as he descended, almost burning his nostrils. In the center of this seemingly hidden room was a table. On the table sat a series of bags. He opened one of these bags,
Hold on.
and what he saw made him sick to his stomach. He was staring at the dismembered remains of his own wife, Reina.
So sick, bro. That's so sick, bro.
Appalled by this gruesome discovery, he bolted out of the house as quickly as he could and requested backup, still in disbelief at what he had just seen.
I don't know, bro. That's some scary movie, like.
They weren't sure if Reina was his only victim, or if he had been doing the same atrocities to other people, with all of his crimes just flying under the radar. And so they began thoroughly searching his house, and it did not take long before evidence was found suggesting that Andres had an absurd amount of victims. Various personal belongings were recovered, including necklaces, bracelets, purses, nail polish bottles, hair dryers, cell phones, photos, and identification cards. These identification cards included the voter cards of 2 women who went missing in the area. 32-year-old Rubicela Castillo.
Ladies, this is a lesson. Now, this doesn't go for every single nigga in the world, but this just goes to show. Listen, especially the older ladies. You feel me? Do not trust no butcher niggas giving you food and thinking there's nothing in damn return. I ain't gonna lie. Don't trust no butcher nigga giving you free food, free meals, and he's not expecting nothing in return at all. At all. At all, alright? I'm not leaving with nothing, Leek. I gave you my food. What the fuck, Barney?
Who went missing in 2016,
what are you talking
and 38-year-old Flor Vizcaíno, who went missing in 2019. This was definitely concerning, but it was just the beginning.
I'm just being honest though, bruh.
Amidst the belongings was
I'm
a
being
notebook
honest, my nigga.
containing the information
Most
of
niggas,
29 different.
I ain't gonna say most niggas. A lot of niggas will not be doing shit. A lot of niggas will not be doing shit for ladies just out the kindness of their heart. I ain't gonna say all niggas, but a lot of niggas are not doing shit out of the kindness of their heart if they do not like them somewhat. Eat them extra pickles.
Detailing their names, addresses, the time and date of when each murder was carried out, and the weight of each victim. Entries in the notebook dated as far back as the 1990s, suggesting that he'd been killing and dismembering
Extra
people
pickles, that's damn near punishment.
for more than 30 years.
I drunk pickle juice.
One entry in the notebook read,
December 17th, 1994,
Nah,
28-year-old woman.
but
The head was 4.5
I drank
kilograms.
it twice, and the second time I
liver,
drank it wasn't as bad.
pancreas, and heart were 4 kilograms, and the ribs and right arm were 14 kilograms, 1.5 kilograms each.
but what really served as the nail in the coffin were the videotapes that investigators found.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
The tapes were recorded using 8mm film and VHS, and were incriminating as they were disturbing, documenting each and every one of the murders, as well as footage of himself, at times nude, peeling off the scalps and faces of his victims, and eating their body parts.
What?
The whole time, that food that he was giving away was
Oh my god, 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 oh, oh my god, 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 oh my fucking gosh, oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh my god, oh my fucking gosh. Yo, oh my fucking gosh. Yo, this nigga is, this nigga is sick. This nigga was feeding niggas. Bro, this nigga was feeding that lady people, my nigga. We had one guy ATL like that, nigga. He better be in jail. That nigga need more than jail, bruh. Nigga, these are Arkham Asylum victims, bro. These are more than just niggas that just need jail, bro.
body parts.
These niggas need to be in some type of confinement. If they tried even like, you know, try to touch the bars, they get electrocuted or some shit.
The whole time, that food that he was giving away was actually the remains of his victims. And the clothes that he was giving away.
He was taking kids from the store, see, bro. It's just like, why? Like, I don't understand niggas' brains sometimes, bro. I know it would probably be drugs or whatever the fuck they going through, but it's like, bro, what the fuck? What the actual, like, what? Nigga?
Was actually the remains of his victims. And the clothes that he was giving away were stripped from the dead.
That's sick, bro.
And nobody had the slightest.
I'd be so sick to my stomach, bro, if I found
By
that
now
shit
they knew
out.
that Andres was in fact a serial killer. And so they conducted a forensic search of his basement to really see the full extent of his crimes. And what they found was something that surpassed far beyond anybody's expectations.
That's so, like, genuinely, that's so sick, bro. Like, imagine enjoying a meal by this nigga just to find out that you eating another person. Just to find out that you just ate a foot or some shit. Or you just ate someone's organs, my nigga, that was just fried. Like, that's, Nigga said, I'll be like, damn. I just ate a human. I know you would, nigga. You eat pickles. Extra at that. Of course you would, my nigga. Of course you fucking would. Of course you would, my nigga.
Was something that
extra pickles,
surpassed
bro.
far beyond anybody's expectations.
That's disgusting, bro. What is that, cannibalism?
Unearthed from his basement were 4,600 pieces of bone, which investigators believe
cannibalism were
belonged
like
to 19
carnivores,
different
right?
victims, made up of 17 women, 1 man, and 1 child. As it turned out, Andres would prey on vulnerable victims, the majority of which were poor and often desperate single mothers and housewives. He would come across to them as trustworthy and only held positive intentions. He would do this by simply blending in and hiding in plain sight,
What you mean,
as well as giving away free food and clothes. By doing this, he could avoid suspicion, taking advantage of not only their financial situation.
You can never just trust butchers. Hey, shout out to all the niggas that's out there in the Krogers and the Walmarts and the U-Crops and all that are being butchers and making the damn food and shit. But you can't just trust niggas giving free food away for no, like, out of the kindness of their heart. That's some sick shit. You don't know what people will do to certain extents. I heard stories about girls shipping shit to niggas that did them wrong before. So you know niggas are willing to do any and everything. They don't just be letting shit go. If you ever did this nigga wrong, bro, and he try to come back in your life, bro, and give you some mystery meat, you think you're not eating a human or some shit, you lost your damn mind.
But also their trust in him. He would lure them back to his house by offering to pay them for doing various odd jobs, which they would take, believing it was a chance to make some money. Once he was able to successfully lure a victim back to his house.
You know you take eating on stream and all. Alright, so you think I'm this type of nigga that be like, just grab some meat. He had me a plate of meat. I don't even know what the meat is. He'd be like, I mean, what's this? It's meat. It's meat. Like, what kind of meat? Oh, the chicken, the chicken. I'm like, okay. You think I'm eating that shit? I mean, like, I know what it looked like, though. I'm pretty sure I would know what chicken and shit look like, bro. I'm not just eating just regular ass, random ass meat if it doesn't look like chicken. If he says it's chicken.
Away from
and I gotta sniff it first.
Public view. He would drive a knife through their chest.
Whoa! What the fuck?
Pay them, but also their trust in him. He would lure them back to his house by offering to pay them for doing various odd jobs, which they would take, believing it was a chance to make some money. Once he was able to successfully lure a victim back to his house and away from public view, he would drive a knife through their chest and begin dissecting their corpse.
That's so
with
sick,
each part of the process being documented, recorded, and written down in his notebook. During interrogations, Andres explained that his motive for the killings was fueled by his hatred for women, stating how women are cold and calculated and would always leave him for other men with more money. He would ultimately admit to killing a total of 30 people, with his first victim dating all the way back to 1990. Andres was shown to be upfront and honest about his crimes, as he cooperated closely with authorities.
So he ran. Oh my gosh. So this nigga did this to every woman. Like, even after he kills them. Like, they don't even gotta do this nigga wrong, and he's still gonna do that shit to him. Just because of what people did to him in his damn past. Nigga, isn't that something you just gotta change about you then, my man? Like, bro, what the fuck are you killing, this nigga trying to goddamn depopulate the race of women in Mexico? What if I load you up, yo, Barney? Hold on, man. See, this is about the fourth time saying it tonight. You want a damn record with this one. You want to run.
I blame myself. All I want is to tell the truth. I've done it, and that's it.
We know you did it, scumbag. The fuck?
Despite not only his cooperation, but also the stockpile of evidence, including the women's belongings, the notebook, the tapes, and the skeletal remains recovered from his basement, the only crimes that Andres Mendoza has officially been found guilty of are the murder of Reina Gonzalez and the murder of another woman in July of 2019.
Bro, it's the fact that it's like, bro, you gotta think, gang. Does his parents know about that shit? Like, does he even love his mom? Like, does his mom know about that shit? Or Isn't mom around somewhere in his life? Maybe. 1919 to 2022? Man, goddamn.
Raina Gonzalez, and the murder of another woman in July of 2019. For those charges, he was sentenced to serve life behind bars.
Nigga, he's already lived.
And
he's
much
already
like
lived
Andres,
the life
the
at that point.
videotapes will never see the light of day.
1919, the nigga's already 105.
As they too are not planned on being released. And it's probably for the best that it stays that way.
You might as well just put that nigga in Arkham Asylum, bro, and have him fight the henchmen. Let him go out. I don't think he said 1919. He couldn't have, bro, because he would have been 100.
Bars team, belongings, the notebook, the tapes, and the skeletal remains recovered from his basement. The only crimes that Andres Mendoza has officially been found guilty of are the murder of Raina Gonzalez and the murder of another woman in July of 2019. For those charges, he was sentenced to serve life behind bars. And much like Andres, the videotapes will never see the light of day either, as they too are not planned on being released.
I mean,
and it's probably for the best
yeah, nigga.
that it stays that way.
Yeah, nigga.
Indefinitely.
Like, come on, bro. My chair almost broke. Holy shit, I almost went flying back. Holy shit.
And that these bears can bite, they can kill, and if
I knew it was something about you when you said you goddamn applied to be a damn butcher at fucking Kroger, bro. I knew it was something about you, bro. I just couldn't put my finger on it. I knew it was something about you, man, when you said you was applying to be a damn butcher at Kroger, man.
if I am weak, I go down.
And my wife was in the bedroom with the TV on, and I heard her scream. You must never listen to this.
I know, Werner. I'm never going to.
Grizzly teeth. Oh, shit. Last one. Last tape.
Starting from a young age, Timothy Dexter had a drinking.
These are good videos. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. I don't know if he drops consistent ones like this, but these are good videos right here.
Problem. On one occasion, totaling his family's vehicle and getting arrested.
A lot of niggas, you know,
on one occasion,
I ain't gonna say
starting from a young age, Timothy Dexter had a drinking problem. On one occasion, totaling his family's vehicle and getting arrested. After barely making it out of high school, he traveled from Long Island, New York to Peoria, Illinois. It is there that he attended college on a diving and swimming scholarship. While he attended college in Illinois, he would get introduced to something that would change the course of his life.
Like right?
Drugs.
Oh, okay, never mind. Damn.
He asked if I wanted to stop by.
It's not funny, bruh. It's not funny, bruh, but it's like, bruh, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, how they gonna put a damn clip of this nigga goddamn bike riding and then you're just gonna put drugs in that bitch? Like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Come on, my nigga.
Attended college in Illinois, he would get introduced to something that would change the course of his life.
Look at this.
Drugs.
Bro, you like you would have thought the shit would have dead been bike riding, bro. Like, come on, bro. Bruh.
He asked if I wanted to stop by a mutual friend of ours' house because he wanted to pick up some cocaine.
Oh, no.
The adverse effects of these drugs took a toll on him, and he would quickly find himself caught up in substance abuse. But it was just the beginning. And after a back injury, he lost his scholarship.
Fucked his life up, man. See, that's why
in
you
light
don't
of
do
this
it,
setback,
y'all.
Timothy would continue to try his best.
See, listen, this is why y'all don't do anything like that. This is why y'all don't get into anything like that. This is why y'all don't indulge in anything like that, bro. Okay?
To land on his feet, attempting to find a direction.
Y'all make sure y'all stay in a
and
straight lane, bro.
He seemed to be interested in television, with him auditioning for TV sitcoms in Southern California, and also changing his last name to Treadwell.
Okay.
But this didn't work out either. While Timothy moved through darkness, plotted and charted his path, he would stumble over even more unknown bumps and tribulations. He would pick back up his drinking habits and also his drug habits.
Both?
These habits continuously worsened, posing a significant threat to himself and everyone else around him, as he was using highly addictive, highly dangerous narcotics like cocaine and heroin.
Oh, brother.
And it was only a matter of time until he overdosed.
Damn, bro. Don't do it, y'all.
Timothy had just
There's always
barely
another
survived
route, man.
a near fatal overdose,
Don't ever
but was
fall
luckily
into it,
able
bro.
to make a full recovery, thanks to the help of a Vietnam War veteran named Terry.
That's never
By
been
this
happened.
time, it was the late 1980s, and Timothy still had
That's
no
a lot
idea
of
what he wanted to do with his life.
Come on,
Almost everything that he tried
Trying
up
to be
until this
serious
point
here.
failed, from losing his scholarship, auditioning for TV sitcoms without success,
You're trying to be dead serious.
and
Niggas
being
talking about
unable
press X to respond.
auditioning for TV
Yo, you
sitcoms
you're-
without success.
You fucked up,
and
man.
being unable to overcome his addictions, he likely felt as though he reached
You fucked up, my man.
a dead end. However, Terry had an idea. Terry suggested that he should travel to Alaska to learn and observe the grizzly bears in Katmai National Park. Timothy was open to this idea because at this
you're trying to
point
become a
he really
geography
had
nigga.
nothing to lose.
Animal Planet.
And so, when the summer arrived in 1989, Timothy packed his bags.
Oh, never mind. Oh, 89. Oh, shit. I was about to say he could become an Animal Planet YouTuber. But never mind. They said 1989. Shit, I don't even know if the camera was even invented by then.
And so, when the summer arrived in 1989, Timothy packed his bags and made his first trip to Alaska.
I don't know what's in Alaska, bro. Like, when I think of Alaska, I just think it's nothing but snow. And polar bears and igloos. Or that might be Antarctica. It's one of those cold
And
places.
just like that, Timothy believed that he had found his life's purpose.
Be warned. I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals. I will die for these animals. Thank you so much for letting me do this. Thank you so much for these animals, for giving me a life. I had no life. Now I have a life.
I mean, that's cool to really care for the animals like that.
It's been an amazing season. It's been difficult. But I
You see the
came, I
original Animal
served, I
Planet?
protected, and I studied. And I promise, I'll be back.
He would spend every summer there, documenting the wildlife with a camera and becoming a wildlife preservationist. But he made sure to stick to the same routine every summer.
Not no bear, nigga. What you mean? What else
The
is
routine consisted of spending the first half of the summer camping at a location that he called the Grizzly Sanctuary, a spacious open field where grizzly bears roamed around and showed no aggression towards him, which allowed him to get close to the bears and film them with no problems at all. During
You
the
ride
second
a
half
bear?
of the summer, he would move his camp to another location that he called the Grizzly Maze, a densely forested area where he could hide behind vegetation and get dangerously
Bro,
close to the
they ain't look that dangerous for real, bro. Come on, bro. They'll let you pet.
bears without them even noticing, capturing truly extraordinary footage of these beasts out in the wild. In late June of 2003, Timothy went about his visit as he had done for the previous 13 summers, spending time at the Grizzly Sanctuary before eventually setting up camp at the Grizzly Maze. The only real difference about this time was that he had brought his girlfriend with him, 37-year-old Amy Huguenard.
Okay.
Now, this wasn't her first time staying in Alaska, but they would typically leave around October, when grizzly bears become more aggressive as they prepare for hibernation. That fall, they initially planned on leaving September 26, 2003, when they would catch a connecting flight back to California. However, the two decided to extend their stay for an extra week, until October 6, 2003. Family and friends thought that this was a horrible idea, seeing as there was a drought that fall, which made the bears act more aggressive than usual. Not to mention that neither of them were carrying a weapon or bear repellent.
Oh shit.
To say it was a recipe for disaster.
Yep. You know, as a matter of fact, never mind. Do not pet those niggas. Do not pet those niggas at all, bro. Don't do it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Do not pet those niggas, bro. Yeah, no more respond. He playing on survival mode right now.
However, Timothy didn't care, brushing off the concerns, as by this point he was convinced that he was one of them, and felt as though he understood these bears more than anyone else could. And so on September 29th, 2003, Timothy and Amy were dropped off at Calfee Lake, located inside the Grizzly Maze, expecting to be picked up 1 week later. 1 week later, on October 6th, 2003, air taxi pilot Willie Fulton makes his way to pick up the pair. But once he gets to the campsite, he finds no sign of Timothy or Amy anywhere. The campsite was abandoned and was devoid of all life. But there was one exception.
Going to pet you and give you pickles.
And that was a grizzly bear.
Yeah,
the pilot wastes no time and gets out of there as quickly as possible.
You come anywhere close to me with them damn pickles and trying to pet me, my nigga, I ain't gonna lie. I'm finding the closest lady that got some pepper spray, my nigga. I'll hand her a 20 ball just to spray.
Park rangers would arrive and recover Timothy's and Amy's remains. Their remains had been scattered all across the campsite, with the grizzly bear still guarding the area. Rangers shot the bear, and even more human remains were found in its stomach. But nothing could prepare park rangers for what they would uncover next. As when retrieving their personal belongings and supplies, they would find a video camera. Park rangers inserted the tape.
It was the last of them.
And pressed.
It was the last of them, bro. Before the bears got to him.
At first, they only saw a blank screen, since the lens cap had been left on while it was recording. However, they did hear audio, and for 6 minutes, they heard the agonizing screams of both Timothy and Amy as they got ravaged by a bear.
Okay, too much damn trust in them bears.
The tape would appear in Werner Herzog's 2005 documentary about Timothy's life and tragic ending, titled The Grizzly Man. Werner was granted access to the tape by Timothy's
to be honest, yeah, I can see that being a book. I don't know why. I can't.
Ex-girlfriend Jewel Plovac, who was initially handed the tape by authorities. Although we can't hear it, we can see just based off his reaction how truly disturbing the contents of it are, with Werner advising that she should just destroy the tape.
I think you should not keep it. You should destroy it.
I don't even know what you do in that situation, bro. They extended That's so bad, bro. God damn, bro. The extension of the dam stay fucked them up, of course. But it's like, what do you even do in that certain situation? Do you run? But where do you run? Because they post it everywhere. You can't try to fight the nigga. Like, what do you even do?
Yeah. I think that's...
I don't know why you come out there with no weapons or nothing at all in general, bro. That's like going camping without nothing. Feel me? And just relying on nature to just be your best friend. Come on, you never know who the fuck is in those.
You should do. Okay. Because it will be the white elephant in your room all your life.
Jewel claims that she never heard the recording herself, and plans never to do so, burying the past in a safe deposit box. Not just so that she doesn't hear it, but also anyone else. But with news of this tape even existing came a significant amount of curiosity surrounding it, with some wanting to hear it. And so, over the years, many have tried getting in on this opportunity for attention by creating a convincing fake of the audio clip. And it worked, with the fake audio clip circulating all around the internet,
what's one animal y'all would never
many
want to
dismissing
encounter in
it
y'all
as
life?
the actual recording.
Like an angry animal looking at you. What's one angry animal you would never want to encounter in your life? I don't want to encounter no animals angry and is looking at me, but it's like, what's that one animal you genuinely would just never want to encounter? Honey badger? Ain't that the No, the honey badger, that's the... Ain't that the wasp? Wait, hold on. What's the honey badger again? Am I dumb? I'm guessing this is an angry honey badger. See, that shit looks like something that would come out the like the ground, bro. Like, that's some shit I was seeing on like TV. I wouldn't even see in real life. Look at videos about them, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I say, it's not even bears. That's the thing, bro. Look at videos of them when they angry. I don't want to see them like attacking niggas though, cause I don't. That's probably TOS. Oh yeah, see. I wish the fuck I would be in that nigga presence. That nigga just growling at me like that. What do you do in that certain situation, bro? Throw a stick at him? Like, what the fuck do you do in that certain situation? You just back the hell up, right?
Kevin the Bearman Sanders of Yellowstone Outdoor Adventures confirmed that it's nothing more than a reenactment, as he was able to hear 2 minutes of the actual audio,
I don't like
which he
no
has transcribed on his website.
I don't even give a damn if it's a damn
And based
chihuahua.
on that transcription, we can
All them
piece
niggas
together
can be
the
doing
events of that night
Unless it's in Jamaica.
and just how
That's the only time I'm cool with it. Like, an animal
it all
just
took
laying
place.
around, bro. They always be chill for some reason. For some reason, like, animals in
On the
different
night of
countries always
October
be chilling.
5th, 2003, Timothy and Amy were inside
Snake's
their
pussy? Hey, you said it, not me, my nigga. Hey, listen. I ain't gonna lie. We can say that all the damn time, but would you encounter one though? Be honest though. I bite that snake back.
nestled
He said one's gonna die, my nigga, and one
deep within the Alaskan wilderness.
might
As
just
they
be
began
sitting
to settle in for another uneventful night, the silence was suddenly interrupted by the sound of a grizzly bear outside their tent. Timothy left the tent to investigate. He walked towards the bear, speaking softly to it and encouraging it to
over
leave.
here biting any and everything,
The
bro.
bear kept his distance from Timothy, likely judging how much of a threat he was. This stillness made him believe it would be like any other bear encounter.
Not going to be
So he
me.
wanted to record at least the audio
y'all-
to use in future
How about you?
presentations.
Alright, you and a snake have a damn bite off, bro.
But
Y'all go ahead and
seemingly
do
out
that,
of
man.
nowhere,
Oh,
it
damn!
suddenly attacked him. Unaware of what was going on outside, and now with the camera rolling, Amy asked if the bear was still there. But instead of getting a simple yes or no, she heard Timothy screaming for help. Amy unzipped the tent and rushed out, finding him on the ground with his head in the bear's mouth. And then the bear retreats into the darkness. However, moments later, the bear's predatory instincts took over. And although it initially retreated, it would only return. This time, far more aggressive than before.
Bro, what, bro?
The bear begins dragging
For
Timothy
seconds?
away, with Amy following, screaming and hitting the bear in a desperate attempt to save him. But the bear's attack is relentless, and her efforts are no match compared to the bear's size, strength, and determination. Amy's screams helplessly continue, until they abruptly go silent, as the tape comes to a stop, capturing nothing but their screams.
So what happened to Amy?
It is presumed that after the recording ends, the bear turns its full attention right to Amy, ultimately subjecting her to the same exact horrific fate. The actual audio of this disturbing incident is often classified as lost media, as the only existing copy of it is locked away in a safe deposit box for nobody to hear. And it's most definitely going to stay that way forever,
I don't trust.
as Jewel never plans on
trust
releasing it,
animals, bro.
let alone
unless I'm in like Dominican Republic or Jamaica or some shit like that. You always gonna find those random dogs just sitting on the beach just chilling down there for some odd reason. But here, nigga, no, fuck no. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trusting no random animals, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I see, if I'm anywhere out and about, this is why I don't camp, bro. I never camped before, and I don't know if I really would camp. This is why camping would never really be like my first instinct of my mind to do. Unless I'm in a forest where I know nothing is out there, which is 95% impossible to know that. Going to be me and a tiger. Barney, if I catch you and the damn tiger wrestling, my nigga, just know, hey, it was nice knowing you, my nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. Going to buy me a tiger. Oh, okay. Alright, so a gorilla showed to your front door, and you got a tiger. One angry. I mean, your tiger, like, yeah, he would probably be angry at you. I'm gonna buy, hold on, man. Hold on. Alright, calm it down. You can't even buy your damn way out of this damn ad, so how the hell you gonna buy me, motherfucker? You can't even buy your way out this damn ad. Hello, world. I'm leektewofficial. In today's YouTube video. But I ain't even gonna do it to y'all. But, as I was saying, one angry bear, one angry tiger, right? Right? Who winning? Who winning? I'm not gonna lie, Barney. I'll low-key might say the bear, bro. And the reason I'm gonna say the bear, because I feel like if you have a tiger, he's trained. He's trained, bro. He's gonna be trained. So his instinct is not gonna be crazy like, all for kill. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm pretty sure if you own a tiger, the tiger gonna be trained, bro. That bear is not trained whatsoever. That nigga's taking down anything in his damn sight. Give me that shit Joker gave Batman. You just putting the nigga to sleep? That what the fuck you doing? You making him all woozy?
But primarily to preserve Timothy's legacy, which should be remembered for his work with bears.
Which one are you talking about? The little gas
not
man
just
shit?
his gruesome death. But somewhere out there, locked away in the confines of a safe deposit box, exists the audio recording of a man and his girlfriend tragically losing their
buff-ass tiger
from the very same thing that gave the man purpose, and that he devoted his whole life to understanding.
He got
and
a buff-ass tiger coming out the damn house. I wish the hell I would be outside. You feel me? And I look left, I see a buff-ass tiger outside the house.
An ambitious dream to unite humans and the wild, only for that dream to be shattered in his face.
That's sick, bro.
By the very same thing.
Hey, for all my niggas that's into Animal Planet and shit like that, Animal Kingdoms, hey, y'all be careful, bro. Make sure y'all know what y'all dealing with. Always wear hazmat suits. And never run into kangaroos, bro. Kangaroos! Yes, that's the animal I don't want to run into.
Yeah, we got
kangaroos, bro. Nigga. That's one thing I don't want to run into. An angry kangaroo? That's buff? That's buff? Now, I did learn a trick, though. I'm not gonna lie. I did learn a new trick. This video been out for years.
Take probably 1 or 2 more years for that to happen. But look at this. Take probably 1 or 2 more years for that to happen. But look at this, you guys. Look how precious he is. And he hasn't even landed a single kick yet.
Now, I don't know if that's the method. I don't know if that generally ends up actually stopping these niggas. You know, because maybe they don't go for that shit. But I'm not going to lie. So you going to kiss it. I mean, I'm not going to confirm if I'm going to kiss it or not. But you got to think, though, bro. I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to make it out alive, bro. Nigga, what y'all doing? A buff-ass kangaroo standing in y'all face, my nigga. Buff-ass kangaroo standing in y'all face. Like, swole. Strong as shit. Look at this. The fuck? Barney, he putting you in a fucking headlock, bro. Barney, this nigga is putting you in a damn headlock, my nigga. But good video, though, my boy. Good video, good video, good video, good video.